Hello and welcome back to the Mindful Unlocked vlog. So today we're going to be looking at bereavement and how it affects children. Children and young people grieve just as much as adults, but they show it in many different ways. They learn how to grieve by copying the responses of the adults around them and rely on adults to provide them with the support they need in their grief. Children more than adults swing quickly between grieving and getting on with their normal lives. They can be upset one minute and asking to play football or have an ice cream the next. It can be so quick that it's often referred to as puddle jumping. The puddle is their feelings of grief, and they move quickly in and out of the puddle. When you tell them that someone's died, they might not react very much. You may even wonder if they've understood. It may take a while to process the news, and they may not have words yet to really express their feelings. A child's understanding will depend on many different factors, including their age, stage of development, family background, personality, and previous experience of death. Children don't develop at the same rate. They're all individuals, and two children from the same family of the same age may react very differently to a death. Be led by what they want to know, and don't be afraid to tell them if you don't know the answer to something. They may come back to the subject and ask you the same questions several times, or they may try not to talk about the person if they think it upsets you. You can reassure them that it's okay to talk and tell them that it's much better than keeping their worries and their concerns and their thoughts to themselves. Young children often have magical thinking, which is believing that their own thoughts can influence events. They may want a friend or family member to come back and find it very difficult to think that that might not happen. So the following reactions are common and are likely to settle over with time, reassurance, acknowledging what has happened, and with their feelings, giving them clear and age-appropriate information, and keeping to normal routines. So picking up on tension and distress. Children pick up on tension, distress or anxiety in adults and may mirror this in their own behaviour. Even babies sense that something important is missing and may cry more than usual. Appearing not to react. Children under 6 years old do not understand that death is permanent. Children cannot handle strong emotions for long periods of time and may jump quickly in and out of the grief, and as mentioned before, this is called puddle jumping. When told that someone important has died, some children may look blank and ask, "Can I go play?" or "What's for dinner?" They may have heard, but they are not able to process yet what that means. They may react later with sudden crying, outbursts, changes in behaviour, or by asking questions. Asking questions and exploring what death means is so important, and they may ask things like, "When is Nanny coming back?" or "Where is she gone?" even though they've been told clearly what has happened. They may hunt everywhere for a lost person, and so a clear explanation of what death means may help. They also might seem fascinated with death, play acts about death, or ask repeatedly about it. All of these are ways that children show that they are processing their understanding of what has happened. Feeling anxious or insecure when someone dies, a child's sense of safety is rocked. They may not want to leave you and may cling to you or follow you everywhere. They may also behave as if they're younger, being very quiet or tearful, having temper flare-ups, sucking their thumb, being reluctant to do things they used to be able to do without any confidence, even wetting the bed. Try to keep to the normal routines, which will help them feel safe and keep them informed about plans for the days ahead. Tell them who will take them to school or other activities. If you need to leave them, tell them when you will be home or who will be looking after them. Include them in simple decision making that affects them. If the person who died was ill, address any fears about that illness. So, for example, it's not contagious, and reassure them that you are not ill and you are not going to leave them too. Anger and other strong emotions are natural reactions to sad or shocking news, and some children and young people may not be able to understand or manage their own feelings. They may feel angry at the person who died, at the family, at themselves, or at the world in general. It can help to tell them that this is understandable for them, and it's understandable for them to be angry, as long as they don't hurt themselves or anybody else. Safe ways to release anger include hitting cushions, vigorous physical exercise, messy painting sessions, or going outside to shout very loudly. Another idea is a safe area or a safe zone where they can go to calm down. This could be a quiet corner with familiar items that help them to feel safe. So, looking after adults or feeling responsible. As children realise that death is permanent, they also become aware that it happens to other people, including themselves. They may be protective and try to look after their important adults and siblings. They may feel that they were somehow responsible for the death of the loved one. Primary age children may also then show magical thinking, where they think, if I do this, Dad will come back, and they may then behave to compensate for what's happened, or behave less well behaved because they feel angry or guilty. Denying what's happened or taking risks. So bereavement can be hugely overwhelming and can bring huge changes alongside other challenges that young people face as they grow up. They may want to forget or deny the death or how strongly they feel about it. They may feel like, what's the point with school or social activities? Some young people may be impulsive or take risks in an attempt to get back some of that control in a life that for them currently feels completely out of control. But what helps grieving children and young people? So every child is unique and will cope with the death of someone important in their own unique way. Unfortunately, there is no magic formula, but things that help can include being clear and honest and using age-appropriate information, reassurance that they are not to blame and that different feelings are all okay, normal routines, and have a clear demonstration that important adults are there for them. Use time to talk about what's happened, ask questions and build memories. Being listened to and given time to grieve in their own way. If a child has lost a loved one, talk about the person who has died. During bereavement, it can help a child to talk about the person who died, whether it was a grandparent, a parent, a brother, a sister, or a friend. It's important for them to have someone with whom they can talk about that person with and share their emotions. This could be through photos, games, memory boxes, or stories. There are also bereavement charities that offer helplines, email support, and online communities and message boards for children. These include Child Bereavement UK, Cruise, Bereavement Care, and you can call 0808 808 1677. Grief Encounter, 0808 802 0111. Winston's Wish, 0808 802 0021. You can also find out more about children and bereavement from the Childhood Bereavement Network. In summary, death unfortunately affects us all at some point in our lives. Although grief is hard, there is no miracle drug to make the pain or the pain of our children go away. All we can do is be there, right there, in the moment, and most importantly, talk about the person you have lost, or talk to the children and talk about the person they have lost. Answer questions, and finally enjoy reminiscing on loving memories with that special someone. We never know what life will throw us, but we do know that we are strong people, and through this strength and perseverance, we will get through. The sun will come out again, and we will smile. Peace and love to you all.